Well, hey. Welcome to SoCraftastic. On today's Crafty Friday DIY, I'm going to show you guys how to decorate your locker accessories and make some of your very own as well. These DIYs include how to create your own clothespin locker clips, bam, how to make boring store-bought locker accessories look a little bit more glamorous with duct tape, how to take an ordinary piece of wood, I got this from Michael's craft store, and turn it into your very own chalkboard. And my absolute favorite is this DIY corkboard with soda tab hooks at the bottom. Very recycle chic, that's what we're gonna call it. Before we get into the tutorial, please click like, it really helps. Now without further ado, let's go. Decorate it up. Decorating your locker can make going back to school a little bit more fun, so in this video I'm going to show you a few ways to spruce up your store-bought locker accessories, as well as how to make a few of your own from scratch. First, I'm going to talk about magnetic clips because there might be a lot of things you want to hang in your locker, such as pictures, hair accessories, notes, jewelry. These metal clips are from Target, and I'm just going to use some strong glue to attach really pretty buttons to them. Now I'm going to show you how to create your very own locker clips by using wooden clothespins. You can decorate these any way you want, and that includes with glitter. I'm using Mod Podge and applying a thin layer with a paintbrush. Now cover it with glitter. And I wanted to show you how messy it is if you don't put something underneath, so it's a great idea if you put some paper underneath each clothespin for each color of glitter anyway. And then you can reuse any excess glitter and dump it back into the container when you're finished. Once the first coat is completely dry, I like to add another layer of Mod Podge and glitter on top of that. Then once the second layer dries, go ahead and put more Mod Podge just to seal in all the glitter. You can also decorate your clothespins with rhinestones or acrylic paint, and then of course if you want to turn it into a locker clip, you'll have to glue a magnet to the back. Store-bought locker accessories can be a little bit boring if you're trying to stay on the affordable side. But don't worry, all you have to do is cover the frames with some colorful duct tape and they will look a million times better, and then you'll want to have them in your locker even more. This third part of the DIY is all about making yourself a chalkboard, because chalkboards are fun. I have this piece of decorative wood that I got from Michael's craft store and some chalkboard paint. All you really have to do is paint on a couple layers, let them dry in between of course, and then time to chalk it up. Next, this isn't exactly a locker DIY, but there are pencil holders for your locker, which I have actually. So if you're going to store pencils in your locker, you might want to make them look pretty. And pens too. So you can take some duct tape or washi tape and just cover the pens and pencils with the tape, and you'll have some really pretty designed writing utensils. Also, here I have a duct tape rose pen. I actually made a DIY of this a while back, so you can find it in my duct tape playlist, or I'll have the link in the description box below. Okay guys, now here is the part of the video I am most excited for. I've had these corks sitting around for a really long time and I didn't know what to make with them. I actually got them from a local country club. To make a cork board, You can use a piece of cardboard, a piece of wood, or in my case, I'm just using a picture frame from Michaels. It'd be better if you had a solid piece of wood, but it will still work with the picture frame. I'm cutting a piece of paper to the exact size of the frame. And then I'm using Mod Podge to attach it. Because this is a picture frame, the middle is not as supportive, so I'm going to take the piece of cardboard that came with it and I'm going to just attach that to the back to give it a little bit more stability. Now you'll need a bunch of corks, and this is a great way to recycle corks if you know of a restaurant in your area that gets rid of them, or if you have family members that like to drink wine, then you can just use them for this cork board. And the rest is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to try and measure it out and figure out where to put the corks before you glue them down, and then use a strong glue. I like to use E6000 and attach them in rows. At the bottom I added another recycled element. I took some soda tabs, or I actually say pop tabs, but anyway, I took these and I bent the one end of it to make a flat edge, and then I just glued that to the bottom to create some hooks. If you plan on hanging keys or anything heavy on your hooks, then you'll want to nail them in because glue probably isn't strong enough to hold something heavy on the hook. Once you're finished with all of your elements, it's time to get really creative with your space. As you can see, I also added some colorful post-it notes. I used markers to write and draw on them, and I added stickers, and I added other magnets and perler bead Pac-Man magnets. So I've actually made those in past videos as well. I'm just telling you guys this because I know people might ask, like, where did you get those? I made them. They're really cool, and I also made the Lego heart necklace. I hung up some of my bottle cap charms, which are really easy to make and another great way to recycle. And here you can see how to use the cork board. You just put push pins or thumbtacks into whatever you want to hang. So I'm hanging these really cool flowers that I got from Michaels. And on the little hooks I have my rainbow loom pineapple charm and bomb pop charm. And then I have my daisy chain beaded bracelet and my yarn fishtail bracelet. And if you like to read, you can hang bookmarks. I actually made my bookmarks out of paint strips. You can hang bookmarks in your locker. If you end up making or decorating accessories for your locker, then please use hashtag SoCraftastic on Instagram to show me. I would love to see what you come up with. Also, don't forget to check out my back to school playlist. It has all of my past back to school DIYs, including my 2 newest back to school DIYs, which are decorating notebooks and decorating your pencil boxes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Crafty Friday. Be sure to subscribe to the SoCraftastic channel of mine if you haven't already, because I put out new DIYs every single Friday, as well as some throughout the week. Last week on Crafty Friday, I showed you guys how to decorate pencil boxes. So here are all the lovely pictures that you guys sent to me using hashtag SoCraftastic on Instagram, and I also get submissions on Facebook and Twitter as well. So check out all of my links in the description box below. Oh, and thank you guys for sending those photos in to me. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Remember to keep coming back to watch more. Check out all of my past videos below in my back to school playlist, and yeah, my camera footage. I don't have room on my camera for more footage. I will see you guys soon. Sorry, I can't think when I have like less than a minute to talk. Alright, goodbye. I'll see you soon. Have a great rest of the day and weekend. And that's a weird wave. Okay, bye. Hey, what the heck? Ah! Oh, I'm dropping the corkboard. Locker accessories. How to make store-bought locker accessories. Cut.